Good day, my fellow countrymen. Yes, I want to talk about GMO of Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. For the sake of my viewing fans, the full meaning of that GMO is simply genetically modified organisms. What it's all about has to do with a laboratory test carried out on some certain plants to actually confirm their DNA as regards resistance to some pests, drought, and of course, knowing how how highly their nutrition is. Their purpose, again, towards what they have just carried out is to find out how they will help Africa, because they feel Africa is underdeveloped and they are poor, and they want to see how they can reduce hunger, starvation, and malnutrition. So that led them to see how they can come up with some certain products that can enhance food security in Africa, especially, for example, maize, BT maize, that can resist some pest attack on it when they are being grown in the farm, and they have this high yielding rate. Also, the golden rice, which has a very high value in vitamin A. These are good ideas of Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation towards Africa. But there's no smoke without fire. And we all know from what has prevailed recently, there is no way the Western country can give you anything free without any undertone intention. Let me take us back during the COVID period. There was this rumor then, which was very, very intense, that Bill Gates' purpose of the vaccine is to depopulate African then and to sterilize Africans from procreation like they used to be, because they feel African population is getting much in the world. So indirectly, the issue of vaccine came up, and they saw it as a way to depopulate Africa and sterilize Africans too from having children as they used to. These are not really proven, but to some extent, there have been a kind of argument on this. If you listen to the news, even the white men that take certain vaccines and jab those days, some of them started suffering for cardiac arrest and so many other ailments that they were confessing that the jab they took then, the vaccine they took, is the cause of their problem or their death. We all hear this, we read it on newspaper, the news just keep flying. For me, I really don't trust Bill Gates. You know why? Why is it his interest is always in Africa? Is it that they don't have poor people in US or in Europe? Attention. Our leaders love cheap things, free things. It is time we question certain things they are offering to Africans. When they bring this thing in a subtle manner, it looks good. Please, our leaders should look underneath and take a position not to jump at everything from these Western countries. A Western country can never give you something free without getting it back higher than what he has given you. You can see what transpired in Niger about uranium. You can see what happened in Burkina Faso concerning the gold. How the France, as a colonial country, was milking them and giving them little in terms of aids, but taking so much. When you see an American government coming close to you, trying to pretend they are fighting for you, they have an interest to take something away from you. So when you see this kind of offer from Bill Gates, don't think it's for free. There's an undertone intention. Africans should be very, very wary. What is special about golden rice? Is it the color that is the attraction or what? Let the white people, let the European countries, let the Americans themselves eat it. Let us see them eat it for about 2-3 years. Then Africans they can now start importing it to Africa. They should experiment it first within their region. They should leave Africa out of it. We've been surviving without golden rice or BT maize. Africa is not that hungry because they create impression that Africans are hungry, they are malnourished. Africa is blessed. The only problem Africa has, our leaders are not using the resources God has given to them legitimately. They don't use it to develop their countries or their continents. They are busy siphoning it, taking it back to the Western country that has enslaved them for years. That is the irony of this thing. If our leaders could just calm down, discipline themselves, do the right thing, do we need Bill Gates Foundation to feed Africa? Do we need Bill Gates Foundation to bring vaccines for Africans to survive COVID? Do we need Bill Gates Foundation to cure polio, malaria? No. We have all these resources right in our land of Africa. But our leaders are not interested because they are only interested in stealing, looting. But thank God for the new Africa that is resurrecting from the country called Burkina Faso right now. It is a signature of every eye. Even the Western countries are watching him from distance. The man is trying to make a statement that Africa can survive without European assistance. It's not into borrowing from IMF. It's not interested in borrowing from any country, be it Japan, be it China, be it from any European country. It's not interested. Whatever it's doing is locally, and it's doing it decently and perfectly. Africans should look towards that direction of Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. He's a pioneer leader. It has nothing to do with his age. I will even say the younger, the better for every nation now. The oldies have lost ideas. So, my conclusion in this issue of GMO, Africa should be very wary in accepting it. Bill Gates should first experiment it in US or in the European countries for about 3 to 5 years. Then let us, as Africans, watch the success of what they have experimented. If we notice it's safe, they can bring it down to Africa. That is when we can accept it. For those that have ear, let them hear.
And I don't know how long the Igbos are going to be chased up and down wherever they are found. I'm already talking of 2027. Nobody's looking at the happenings around the world. Where is questionable? The chiefs, in terms of giving title, should decline, no matter how much they offer them. The criminals are taking